Stopbeefinradio. Salute to Just Jay and Jay from the Hype Magazine. What up, fam? How you doing tonight, man?
What's happening?
Man, honored and privileged to have you doing this interview with the Hype Magazine tonight, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, to get started, can you tell the fans and listeners who you are and where you from?
Yeah, it's who it is. Trap Beckham, King of Clubs, man. Straight out of Duval County, 904. You know, I did it all around.
Yes,
up?
sir. Man, I've been following you for a very long time with Stop Beefing Radio. You actually came out to Indianapolis to the station a few times, supported us, man. So I'm honored to get to have this conversation. But to get started, let's tell the fans, what made you decide you want to get into the music industry and pursue this as your career?
I mean, it's always been a hobby of mine. So it really was just plan A. It was never a plan B. You know, I just always wanted to create music and get it to people to where they could hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and that kind of, if you got that mentality, you just gonna kind of end up in the industry.
Yeah, I seen that your parents were very vital early on for you. What was the experience like with your parents? Were they supportive of your dreams of, becoming this major star, or how did that go for you early on?
Shout out to my mom. Yeah, my mom was definitely supportive. She bought me my first tape recorder, bought me my my first computer, my first little software and stuff like that. So definitely my mom, she still be on my hip whenever I'm doing stuff, events and stuff, she'll be there. But and then my shout out to my pops, man, Selvin, he just the backbone, he just hold it down. So shout out to both of them.
So now you started performing early on in Florida, doing a lot of dope stuff at an early age. How did you get a lot of those opportunities? And, what was it you think about you as an individual that made all the people want to, have you come to the show so early on?
I think it's just because I made different type of music. Most people, like, especially in my city, you're going to get like some drill music, some gangster music. So I was making party music. So it just came with different opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Like, people would like to party, so it just come with different opportunities. And shout out to everybody else, they get their own set of opportunities that's meant for them, but my shit cut different. Do
you think being from Florida has made it easier for you or harder for you to get into the music industry?
Easier. I think being from somewhere like Florida is like a swing state. So, like, if you hot in Florida, like, a lot of people gonna know about your music, because a lot of people just travel to Florida, leave with the music, so it's just like one of those places. It's like a big, like especially like down there in Miami, like South Florida, it could be like a good melting pot where people come in, get the music and leave, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you mentioned your parents being supporters early on. Who were some of the other people early on in your career that, helped you or mentored you when you first started out?
Man, I really wouldn't say mentor, but like, help. Man, I had a lot of, shout out to Point Blank Entertainment, shout out to DJ Pretty Ricky, my boy Grand Prix. I was looking for gems and information from like the promoters and the DJs of the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like anybody, all the promoters and DJs in my city who helped, get me to this point, who played my joints, who brought me out to their spots. I think that's what that is.
Now, where was the first place you went to perform outside of your city? Like, what was the first place you had a chance to perform, and how did that experience come about for you?
I don't know. It was a while ago. It was probably like my first time ever performing outside of Jacksonville. I don't know. It probably was like Tallahassee or Gainesville or Daytona or something like that. Something around there. But like, it's love. Like, Duval stick together, especially when they leave. Like, in the city, they don't stick together. But outside of the city, they ain't gonna let nobody play with theirs. So like, Duval, like when I performed outside of the city, it was even more love. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know you've traveled around the world with music. What's some of the different locations you've got to perform at that, you know, you were surprised by yourself that, you know, they were already hip to your music, or they, you know, loved what you were doing?
Uh, Man, you know, I always got to start with Obama House, because
Yeah.
Obama House was like, why am I at Obama House? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, this is
Yeah.
Obama House was crazy. You know, other than that, you know, being on stuff like platforms like Sway in the Morning, I'm like, bro, I'm really on Sway in the Morning. It's crazy. Or like, uh, you know, a lot of these radio shows, you know, when radio shows bring like the big artists and they had a whole city outside,
Yeah.
you know, doing those shows. Like I had one in Philly that was super crazy. I couldn't believe I did so well away from Florida. I'm like, bro, I'm in Philly rocking
Yeah.
out right now.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, stuff like that. Um, and just brands and platforms being just embraced by like all these brands you just kind of grew up with, or you
Yeah.
go to the mall and see. They'll just have care packages. They invite me out to events and stuff like that. So like, yeah, that'd be the part.
Yeah, and you're so young, but you've been at this for a very long time. So like you're a veteran to all this different stuff. You know, as a fan of yours, when that Obama moment happened, I remember seeing on Instagram, you like TJ and all that. How did you find out you were going to get that opportunity? And you know, you mentioned your parents. How proud of them? How proud of you were they to know you got that call? Because that's a major
Yeah.
accomplishment most artists don't get.
I had his birthday party was in August, like it was August 6th. I had got that email like in February. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so like, you know, they when you planning something for the president, that's how like ahead of the time they are. So it's like uh just keeping it under wraps was the part for me. Just
Yeah.
like it was like, you know what, I ain't believe it. I wasn't gonna believe it until I had a ticket in my hand, and I was like, man, whatever. They don't want me to. They still want me to perform. No, I don't want me to perform. But once I got the plane ticket, and once we got to Martha's Vineyard, I was like, oh yeah. Once we got on the plane to go to Martha's Vineyard, I knew it was real, because it was a 6-passenger plane. I'm like, only 6 people can fit on this plane. It's the first time I've seen somebody uh, fly a plane, and I can actually see him flying the plane. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And so now you're represented by a living legend, TJ DJs. How did you two meet up, and what was it about TJ that made you make you guys want to work together as the way you have for so long?
Um, you know, my partner Stevie introduced me to TJ. I think you know, I don't know what it is about me. You know, TJ kind of like, you know, he's super picky when it comes to like selecting his artists and stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, like you know, it was something about me. I was just like, yo, that's crazy. But I think for me, what it is with TJ is like, man, he organized, man, and he's super smart, and he's super like, you know, what's the word? Mm, nitpicky. Like he really like get into the
So, yeah.
details of what he, you know,
Detail oriented. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, he talking about I don't sound good. You can hear me though. What is TJ talking? TJ, stop texting me while I'm on the interview.
Oh, they couldn't hear you for a second. You faded out, so that's what he was telling you. But no, with you having TJ behind you, like what's one of the things you learned early on through him and the different DJs and relationships you had? You were backed by the OGs very early. So what's one piece of game you got early on that you think kind of helped you with your career? You think?
I think that like when TJ came in, man, he had so much game, like, and he friends with all the OGs,
Yeah.
so they gonna give me more games just hanging around him. And yeah, like he what he say? You can't hear yourself talk. I can hear me, but he you know, he just always giving me game. You see it right here, right now, live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making sure I'm on point. But like I think that he just always just say stuff, and it's like, yeah, you know what? Because I'm already smart, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, just sharpening the knife is always is constant with him. So that's you know.
Yeah. Because because he believes in you so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I've had a lot of conversations. He speaks so highly of you. So when he's doing those things, it's because he wants you to present yourself the way we see you. You know what I mean? So
right.
that's really dope that he's done that. Now you've had the chance to be at a lot of different DJ conferences and things like that. How is networking and things like for you? You know what I mean? We all known you for a very long time, so you've mastered the hand to hand. What's some of the things you do differently, you think, to really support the DJs that most artists in your caliber don't do it?
I just kind of like keep them in mind. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like even this morning, like me and TJ was talking about, you know, an event, putting together, you know, a DJ appreciation event. You know what I'm saying? Having all of them pop out and just having select performances and free drinks, free food for all the DJs, man. Just, you know, taking a few grand and, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and appreciating the DJs. You know, we go around, we do all this stuff, we get all this support, and it's a million ways to spend money. So
Yeah.
like before I go, you know, spend 2 grand on like a bag or something, I would rather do an event where they can come out, you know, we can all show each other love, support, and then
Yeah.
my artists and can play their song, and I can play some new exclusive music, and just people can meet each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, a lot of stuff come from these events. Like I remember when I did my first Bucket Fest, my auntie came up. She met somebody here. Like the next week, I'm like, "What you doing?" She's like, "I'm headed back up there." Yeah, you know, I met the dude at Bucket Fest. Yeah, he done put me on this job. Like she done took off with a whole different career. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is
Dope.
crazy.
Yeah.
So like, she done moved up here. So it's like,
Okay.
yeah, like the type of people you can meet at these events is just always dope.
What made so you have the Fuck It Fest? It's a legendary event. You're doing, not only you're an artist, but a label, as we're gonna get into in a minute. But you have this crazy event, Fuck It Fest. What made you take this on, and how satisfying has it been to see the response you're getting, you know, at all the events?
Uh, what it was just not being on, like, if you notice, I haven't performed at a Coachella, a Rolling Loud,
Yeah.
a Lollapalooza,
Yeah.
nothing. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. What can I do? You know, instead of cry about it, I'm gonna just do my own event, and everybody go pop out, and you know, we're gonna show love to all the independent artists. We're gonna have affordable slots. We're gonna have, you know, affordable drinks,
Yeah.
affordable food. 'Cause I want it to be a good time. We're gonna invite everybody out. We want it to be at capacity, and just so we can have our own platform, man. That's how I started it, and I did the first one last year for A3C. I did the second one this year for South
Side
by
by side.
Southwest,
Yeah.
and yeah, man, it's just getting bigger, bigger and better. The brand.
Yeah. Does it make you understand some of the things that go into these shows now as an artist perspective? Now that you're the one putting it together, you see some of maybe the headaches with the sound or getting people. Does that give you a different appreciation now for the events you're going to and performing at, since you've seen it behind the scenes now?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
I'm saying, does the fact that you've done Fuck It Fest yourself now in that you know, event coordinator role, does that make you appreciate the shows you're going to now as an artist? Like, you understand
Oh
some of
yeah.
the BS that goes on to make those shows come to life that you may have not have before you took on that new role.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Really, I'm not a concert goer. I'm not a concert goer. I can't hear without these headphones. This is why, like, I got them on. Like they keep
Can you hear me
texting
now?
me. Like
If I talk?
I can't even focus on the conversation. But um, I hope y'all can hear me better. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me better? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's still a little distorted, but if you
Like, cause I can't even focus on the conversation at this point. Let me just get the sound right. Like I need, but I can't hear once I take these headphones out. That's why I
so
got
if you
them in.
take the headphones out, you can't hear no more.
I can't hear you.
Okay, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
I may
like
be
that's
able to
what.
clean it
But
after
she
we're
know that.
done.
Y'all know that.
Yeah.
They know that though. Like I don't even know.
I can clean it after we're done. So if you want to continue or if you want to take a second to fix it, that's up to you, fam.
I don't. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, man. Cause this shit getting on my nerves, bro. They know that I can't hear. Like
So on my phone, I
Playing
just put it on
like,
speakerphone, and then I can hear you that way.
nah, my speakerphone fucked up.
Ah, I got you.
My
Okay,
headphone.
yeah.
I didn't know that though. I don't even. What about now? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you way better right there.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So we were talking about Fuck It Fest, you know what I mean, as an artist now. Have you thought about what your next city will be? You know, we got Super Bowl coming in Indianapolis, so let me throw my hat out there for you. But have you given any thought about where other locations you might want to do Fuck It Fest at?
Yeah, man. I'm looking for a venue, man. I gotta take it home. You know,
Okay. Yeah, you got to
Fuck It
take it
Fest,
home.
Florida, Fuck It Fest, Florida, and then but yeah, like stuff like that. That's a great weekend. That's a hey, you
Yeah.
might be on one. Like it don't, it don't necessarily have to be the biggest Fuck It Fest. It ain't got to be like, I know they're gonna get bigger or like different ones gonna be different. Just but just extending the brand, like doing
Yeah.
something, and that might be cool though. You said
Yeah.
it's February when? The
Yeah,
Super Bowl?
All-Star Weekend,
Oh, All
February
Star.
2024. Yeah, I'll get you the information for that. Now, one thing I really love, we mentioned how you support the DJs. You released your new single, There It Is, and you gave it to the DJs first. Like, what is the thought process behind you as your label to go that route instead of going streaming and all these other release ways people are doing today? Because I love the strategy of giving it to the DJs first. So what was the thought process with that?
Um, Really, like, man, it's the hype behind the record. It's like,
Yeah.
man, we can't like, it in real life it take a month, to get your record loaded, get playlisting, get
Yeah.
all of this stuff, like get just to really line it up. I mean, you can upload it and drop it today if you want to, or
Yeah.
you can wait for playlisting. You can wait for all. You can set yourself up right. So when
Yeah.
you do drop it, you get more numbers. You know what I'm saying? So like just being in that mode before you actually set the drop date and then setting the foundation, because really like it's not like we had that machine like we just
Mm-hmm.
drop it and put it everywhere like Lil Baby or something.
Yeah.
Like we independent with an independent budget, so to spread it out, you gotta be, you gotta go hand to hand, like, hey, y'all boys, check this out, y'all check this out. So by the time it dropped, we done already touched thousands of DJs. We done already touched everybody. You know what I'm saying? We got
Yeah.
all the support from the ins and out, from the streets to the industry DJs, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then it's just a bigger splash, and the song lasts longer. It
Yeah,
becomes
that's what
a,
I was gonna say.
you
It
know what I'm
lasts way
saying?
longer now.
Yeah, the song lasts longer because like it's not going through that microwave machine. Like it's really in the street. These people really got the records. Like like it's just like Birthday Bitch. Like
Yep.
before, it was out 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Before everybody got it. So like when it blows, all the DJs who didn't had it, like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Facts. Yep.
that's little bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they just they keep the same energy. Just with the more records you drop,
Yeah.
you just got to keep some heat though.
I say that's definitely been a formula. You used that Birthday Bitch song as it went major, through Def Jam and all those channels, but you were pushing it before that. It was a hit before they got a hold of it. And I love how you have always approached your music. Like, I just make dope music. I make songs that are classics that are going to stand the test of time. I'm not just putting out, but you do a real good job with your freestyles too. Like, I want to highlight that for you because you did the Very Odd freestyle recently. You did the First Class freestyle. Like, you kill it with these freestyles, but then you make club bangers. Like, how do you go back and forth like that, you think, with the ability to do the freestyles with the dope wordplay and then create these monster hits for the clubs and stuff?
I don't know, just the love for music, man. Just the ability to make it. Just be able to try different things, try different genres, different flows. And the love for doing it is what
Yeah.
makes me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, yeah, let me try that. Oh, that was hard. Let me do something that nobody ever did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just always trying new stuff, new flows. That's what keep me going.
I know when we dropped that First Class for you, man, the DJs thought that was the one instead of the
I
one
just
that was
heard it.
out. I was like,
I just heard it on the radio. Somebody sent me a video, tag me to something. It was on the radio yesterday. I was like,
yeah.
bro, it was over. It was over. I ain't even heard Jack Harlow version since. I told him to holler at me, but he didn't want to holler at me. We could have made it official.
Now, you also have, as being an artist, you know, this "There It Is" song. You've got an amazing sample, and something I'm hearing with all your music and what So Candy's doing is you're getting some crazy feature samples cleared. Like, what was it that made you attack the "There It Is" sample? You know what I mean? And how great did it feel for you and your team know when you got that okay to use it? Because that's one of the biggest songs maybe in history. So, you know, I know that had to be a great feeling for you.
I ain't, you know, like in between, like us here, like that sample is like really like hard to clear. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's a lot of hands it went through over the years. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not as simple as the Taste Like Candy, you know, interpolation. But
Yeah.
like just like attacking that record, I'm already from Duval. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you know
Yeah.
about bass music, you know about Jacksonville, Orlando, Miami, you know what's going on down in Florida, Tallahassee,
Yeah.
all that. You know,
Yeah.
if you know about bass music, you know that it's important for me out of all the artists that's down there making music. You know, I'm the one, I'm the king of club. I'm the guy who's doing the booty shaking music. So
Yeah.
it's important for me to, like, you know, pull back into the history of, you know, the bass music and stuff like that. Shout out to my boy Young Cash. It was his idea. It was his record. He was like, "Yo, I got this record I want you on." He sent the record. I was like, you know, it's cool, but let me change up a few things. Let me change up the hook and stuff. I did it. I said to man, I was like, "Yeah, man, let me go on and finish this song, boy.
Let me go ahead and see it.
This bit hot."
Yeah, yeah. Well, what I love about the sample is you're really just paying homage. Like, you could cut that part out of the song and it doesn't affect anything moving forward. Like, you made it a point to pay homage that way. So I wanted to highlight that for you because, you know, it's great that you did it. And then that song, man, I've seen the videos. Like, how's it feel for you to see the reaction of the girls and like, it just, as soon as that song hit, they know what to do. They haven't heard it on the radio. It's a brand new song, and a lot of times people don't like new music, but they love this song, man. So how's that feel for you and your team?
It feels good. You know, I think it's just familiarity, or whatever. What's the word? You know, I don't know. But I think it's just being familiar with the record. Just like soon as they come on, who it is, they like,
Yeah.
and then I start sliding.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, okay. Then they drop. Ooh, there it is, and it's just hitting on the whole 2023 type. It's it's a great reaction, and like I make a lot of records, and like throughout the years, like those have always been the best ones.
Yeah.
When you don't have to, you like force people to, like, you just play it and they go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those are always the best records. So it feels good to have another one.
Well, speaking of that, like, you had the Birthday Chick song at the BET Awards. They're singing Happy Birthday to Lala. And now they cut the normal Happy Birthday song, and now it's Birthday Chick. Like, Birthday Chick's becoming the real birthday song. Maybe 5 to 10 years from now, we might sing that for, you know, everything like that. You know, did you guys know when you made that song, it had this potential to be, you know, a timeless record that it is today?
I knew that it was timeless. I knew that it was timeless from the beginning, but
I love it.
I didn't know how big it was gonna get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, we was grinding it out 2.5 years. Like, imagine, like, you dropped the song 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, and then then you get a deal. Okay, cool, but you still don't know where it's gonna go. You still don't know. Like, you never had all of this, you know, love from the world. So you still don't know how far it's gonna go. And
Yeah.
it just be like, yo, it's some of the opportunities, man, it's crazy. But you know, it feels definitely good, and it makes you feel like accomplished as an artist. But like, it just make you want to do it over and over and over again, and just have a crazy catalog, and, you know, be able to perform for the rest of your life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, definitely. Now, I know early on in your career, you were blessed to get signed to Def Jam, you know, had your first release of that. How was that experience for you as being a major artist on Def Jam? And what's some of the things you love about, you know, what you're doing as an independent with the Moji Gang label, like the differences?
Um, I like I like uh I like the label stuff because I do, man. This man, yo, I can't do this shit no more. Like, I might well just like.
All right,
Anyway,
can you
I
hear me
can't
now?
hear the question no more. Like, I can't hear without the like.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop it up and get the pieces that work
I
good
can't
for you, man. I
hear.
got you.
You know. Can you repeat the?
Yeah,
Can you repeat the
yeah,
question?
I'll
Because
repeat it. So,
I keep getting thrown off. My team is texting me how they can't hear me, or my audio keep going in and out. But like, bruh,
I got,
like, I mean,
I definitely
we
understand,
can
man.
unless somebody can help me get a new phone right now, tomorrow in the morning. Then like, I don't know. I don't know.
Now,
Like, it's starting to. I'm getting thrown off from the whole interview right now.
I definitely
But
understand, man. Well, I was asking, you signed early on to Def Jam. I wanted to talk about how you got that, how that experience was for you and what some of the things you took away from the major situation for your independent label that you have now with the Emoji Gang, like some of the game or strategies you guys are using.
a lot of stuff, just like, the way that they work social media, the way that they build up their content, or they just put music on different content, or they reach out to certain influencers to help promote the content. Like, you take those things away, the way that they do their playlisting, the way that they use their ad dollars, you take those types of things away. You like, okay, I see how y'all getting numbers now. Okay, cool. So we can apply that as an independent label, doing stuff like that. And just, yeah, like, outside of that, like, really those majors are going to tell you to keep doing what you're doing. So you might as well be independent and build up,
Yep.
and just use it as like a bank, or like, like when you need a loan. If you don't need a loan, then don't get a deal.
Yep. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Those label deals are really just a loan, and then they tell you where to spend the money with the people they already have the relationships with. So,
Right.
and you don't need that, man. You've got a strong team behind you. You and TJ alone, through the years of relationships and DJs you've made these relationships with. That's why your records work without spending money. Like, you've got one of the hottest artists in the games on your label now. So Candy, I mean, like she's doing really great with Taste Like Candy, so how did you and her meet up, and what made you decide to, make her a part of your team and bring her into the label?
We we had met like a year and a half, 2 years ago, just at a music event, just networking. We had grabbed each other Instagram, and we just kept it cool. She would always kind of like tag me to my video, like my videos when my song came on, when she was out and stuff. But like, it was around like January of this year where I seen her again at an event, and was like, man, what you been up to? And she like, you don't fuck with me? Like, what? Like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And from there we just kind of chopped it up, and I was just picking her brain about music and stuff. She played me some records, and I told her that we should get in there and get a song in. And then just like everybody else though, I told her, hey man, you should redo that Cameo. And I ended up redoing that beat with my boy Maestro Frio, and it ended up, the recording was just masterful. So it was like, okay, cool, we got a record. That's hard.
Yeah.
Like a month later, South by Southwest pop up.
Yep.
Now she's performing everywhere out there, and she killing every stage. And my manager seen it, and he was like, "Man, I think you might have something." I was like,
Yep.
"Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's if we, let's see if we can make something happen." And ever since then, we all just been rocking and just building up the foundation for So Candy. And it's been crazy because it's different for a female. Like, it's different for a female like that support from women and men is different. Like, it's hard for dudes out here. If you look at the industry right now, it's hard for
It
dudes.
really is.
Yeah, like, but for women, like, women are supporting women right now, and men are thirsty. So it's all,
It's a win-win. She's a beautiful girl, so yeah. It
Yeah,
works.
so
Now, I remember we actually, I interviewed her on the Hype as she was going to South by Southwest, and I remember we kind of said, "Yo, what if you get out there to trap and he sees this live performance and TJ sees you, and then you join the fam?" Like we kind of were just joking around, hoping that would happen. So when I found that it happened for her, I was so happy for her because I think what you bring to the table is amazing. You're a positive artist. You make nothing but hits, classic, timeless music, and you produce. Like, you know, when you took on producing that record for her, a lot of people suggested it, but you and your team decided to go and do that. So what was that experience like for you when you decided to flip that sample? And, you know, do you like more being the producer, or do you like more being the artist? Like, you wear so many hats. Like, which one do you like the most?
ooh, I like them equally. You know,
Yeah, love it.
I feel like watching her perform the songs that I know we made. It's just as gratifying as grabbing the mic and doing my own song. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like it's just like, ooh,
yeah,
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 everybody rocking out to it. It's even cooler because you know producers just get to sit back and look cool, like, oh yeah, I produced that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
yeah,
you know, we just
yeah,
out here making hits.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, so like, yeah, I definitely like both ends of it. But it's nothing like getting out there and rocking out, performing, and you like it's your voice on there. Nothing
yeah,
like that. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Well, you
Uh,
guys are building an amazing tour right now. All these DJs, you and So Candy show up and have TJ out there to meet a couple, you know, give some game or whatever. Like it's a powerful thing you're developing, and then the show is crazy. Like I see the video, she's performing, getting everybody hyped, and then you come out with the Moji, you know, mascot, and like the energy level is just at 100 levels, you know, higher than what people are used to. You guys are having fun in the club again. Like it used
yeah.
to be we would have fun with music, and that's what you seem to be bringing back. So I want to salute you on that. You're the king of the clubs. How did you get that moniker, and you know what are you doing to keep that, you know, that title?
Um, I that's you know I started that during the pandemic because
Mm-hmm.
we wasn't able to go outside or well we really wasn't able to travel because we was outside in Atlanta. We
Yeah.
didn't care. You know what I'm
Then,
saying?
then
In
yeah.
the A we was outside. You know what I'm saying? So but like right when people started going back outside in Atlanta, I was just itching to perform. So like my homie Get Money George would invite me out to all the clubs he was hosting and allow me to like get on the mic and you know like, try different
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just mic check, MC the club. And so now I'm just trying different stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm really rocking out. I'm finna add this stuff to the show. And I was working on a project at that time and like it was like you know, that ended up being the title of it because it was like, man, I feel like the king of clubs. And you know, I'm adding another element to my show because like for the majority of my career I had a DJ and
Yep.
like they would do the talking. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And like that's cool. That's cool. But like, you know, we got to use these opportunities to perform as like practice, you know,
Yeah.
because one day it's gonna be BT, it's gonna be Coachella, it's gonna be nothing. Ain't no messing up when you out there. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So,
Yep.
and you got to be able to entertain yourself. You ain't gonna be able to have your DJ. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just being able to be in that position to kind of learn how to rock it myself and
Yeah.
you know get better at entertaining myself. It just turned me into a different monster with it. So now
Yeah.
I'm going out like, no, I'm king of clubs now. It's
I
up.
love
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, a lot of people, they want to be in this game, they want to be artists, but they don't even know what you just said about perfecting your performance. Like it's not just standing on stage and rapping. Like there's an actual art to this, and you know, I see you put forth that effort. You also were on a dope song very recently with a twerk contest with B.O.B. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? I know with TJ, he's, you know, have a lot of connection with him as well. How have you guys, you know, relationships built, and what's some of the game or information you've been able to get from him on how to, you know, keep rocking these clubs and, you know, doing the things you're doing, because you definitely setting the bar really high.
You said how am I? I'm sorry.
I'm saying how with the information, with you having a relationship with Bob, working with the
Mm,
twerk contest and stuff, like what's some of the game you've gotten from him, you know, for all these years that has helped you
man,
keep propelling?
Bob, man, you know he do his own thing. You know, Bob
Yeah,
got his own group of friends. He do his own thing. We two separate artists, but like just a few times I get around him, man, he's super dope, super creative,
yeah,
super rich. You know, so like just like seeing him doing all of that stuff, just knowing like, man, we had the same management and I had some of the same opportunities. I just kind of look up to it and I'm just like, man, like I just see him do some stuff. I'll be like, man, I know you say he spent 15 grand on this Airbnb for 3 days. What?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just like stuff like that,
Yeah, it puts
it's
things in
just,
perspective.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just motivates you and show you how much bigger it can get. You know what I'm saying? And watching him rock his crowd. I went on tour with Bob
Yeah.
last year and
Yeah.
just rocking his crowds, man. It was so like his people, the people that come to a Bob show is love. They don't have to know you.
Yeah.
You know, they're not just
Yeah.
impressors. Like, no, they like, woo,
Yeah,
whatever
they
you
want to have a good
saying,
time. Yeah.
yeah, you can tell them to put one hand up, tell them to do the hokey pokey, they're gonna do the hokey pokey. They're just rocking out with you. So like I think that like just how he was able to build that fan base up by like switching, like being able to be just
Yeah.
multi-talented, doing the hip hop, doing the pop records, doing the just the different types of collabs that contributed to him being that. Yeah, I definitely like learned a lot from that stuff. Like you look into it, like I'd have tried some pop records, I'd have tried some different genres and everything like that too. So like I'm definitely hip to it. It's just not easy to catch on like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you just gotta find an end to it. Like I think his end to it was like doing the song with Bruno Mars.
Yep.
But once he got in, it was up. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I got a couple friends out there. Shout out to T-Pain, shout out to Flo
Yeah.
Rida, Lil
Yeah.
Jon. If I could just somehow wiggle
Yeah.
in there with that pop lane, it'll really like turn stuff up just to a whole nother level. Like Bob a superstar, so like just seeing him do it is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I know you were on tour with them last year, so I wanted to highlight that for him because you did an amazing job. Like I seen some of the videos and footage of it, and everybody was loving your stage, your presence. So, and you mentioned, things that are going to help you. I seen a lot of legends get behind you. Like I was in your live earlier, you were doing an interview with So Candy, and DJ Capri jumps in and says, "Birthday bitches," and that's it.
Yeah.
Like you've got all the legends behind you. What's some of the things you and your team are working on to help, make it a bigger thing? Like you've got the songs, you've got the people behind you, you've got people saying you're a superstar. What's
Yeah.
something we can do as your fans and supporters do to help you better to, help get those other opportunities for you?
Just all the reposting, all the doing content off our music. As fans like that goes a long way, for the artists. Man, it's a lot, I don't know. I had some. I just had a good answer in my head, but man, I forgot it. But
You good?
yeah, it's yeah, just like just supporting whatever we put out there to support. I always tell my artists like, hey man, we got to give them something to support. But
Yeah.
once we give that to you, come,
Yeah.
pour back into us to make us want to keep doing it. Like whether it's a song, make some content, repost it or whatever, or whether it's like an event, pop out, repost a flyer,
Yeah.
do something like that. Anything, whatever you can do to kind of just help and support. That we appreciate all of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Now you've had
Yeah.
songs beyond Insecure. You've been all around the world, but then you also have a loyal Twitter, TikTok fan base that loves making videos for you. What's one of the craziest videos, reaction videos, or a video a fan has sent you for one of your songs that you've seen?
Man, I got a video of Halle Berry dancing the birthday chick. Man,
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
and then she followed me on Instagram. I said, what? Hey, so like, just to have people like even just super celebrities be a fan of the music,
Yeah.
I think those be the craziest moments because like, celebrities can be fans of music too. So it's
Yeah.
like, the bigger the celebrity, I'd be like, no, that's a crazy fan right there. That's when I seen LeBron James and Savannah in the car with. I said, yo, this great. Oh, President Obama invited me to the crib. That's a
Yeah.
crazy fan right there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's a big fan. Like he's a fan of the music. I wouldn't say he's, you know, just a young trap Beckham fanatic, but like, you know, this is on his playlist, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is, you know, it is what it is. So,
Now, in those
yeah,
moments
man.
when a celebrity, in those moments when celebrities are loving your music, supporting, are you reaching out to them? You know, I know it's always weird to
Absolutely.
reach out to a celebrity, but are you following up with them and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I always tell a celebrity, man, hey, whenever you need me to pop out and perform it for real, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I just know how important it is for us to rub elbows, man, and be
Yeah.
able to, you know, just because Obama invited me out, I got to meet Jay-Z. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just,
Yeah.
it's important to rub elbows because you never know what else can come from it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, do you have any tours? I know you just performed recently in another club. Like you said, you're on a great tour run right now. What's some of the cities you're going to so we can circle the calendar and people can come out and support you?
Man, we're gonna be down there hollering at the DJs down there in Miami.
Okay, Core DJ, salute. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be down there hollering at the core, man. There's a lot of places that we got on the schedule that we want to go visit. We got, you know, Texas. We definitely want to go down there and go, you know, run through Texas,
Yeah.
Houston, Dallas,
Yeah.
Austin, San Antonio. You know, we just want to go down there, make some noise. We definitely want to run up the East Coast, the Carolinas, DMV, you know, all the way up to New York, all the way down to Miami, and just do that Midwest run. Shout
Yeah.
out to my Midwest family.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, just make sure we definitely set off the East Coast because that's
Yeah.
the East Coast is the part. If you set off the East Coast, the West gonna come. So just setting it off, doing that, and then you know, somehow setting up a West Coast run too. It's not as easy as East Coast from the West Coast because the cities are further.
Yeah, yeah, it's
But
harder to get around. When you're ready to make that
yeah.
Midwest run, I'll get with TJ. We'll help you with that, definitely, man, because we're from Indianapolis, like I said. Now, I was seeing on your Instagram you were promoting the classic EP. I love the concept. Not, you know, some of the previews you were doing. We got a date for that yet, or any information we can tell the fans about that?
No, so the classic EP, that is my boy Classic name. That's his name.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah, so his name is yeah. I don't know what that EP is for at the end of his name, but like that's his. Like,
okay,
so when he shoot my video, that's his like logo and stuff. But like my project that I would be working on is gonna be called Trap Decafit.
okay.
You know, the next thing I drop, I want to pick all my best stuff and drop Trap Decafit. I just want it to be straight heat, straight bangers. You know, I might slow it down a little bit, but it's gonna be a slow banger. You know what I'm saying? It can't be like it can't be anything short of. It's got to be something that's dope
Yeah.
that people want to play and listen and keep in they, you know, in their playlist forever.
So you're thinking
So
about re-releasing some of the classics, or it's going to be all new material?
definitely all new material. Definitely all new material. Just because like, you know, classics are classics, but like
Yeah.
creating more classics is the goal.
Now, it's always hard. It's always interesting for artists because those are your classics, as you say, but it's a new fan base that you could, you know, so do you put them on the new project or you keep them? So I
Yeah.
respect, and you got hits after hits
And I
coming. So
and I have done that. You know. So it's just all about like timing and how you meet and who you meet and what's
yeah,
the and how it should go. Like if I go out, like if I got a song that I did 10 years ago that if I when I link up with Bootsy, I'm bringing it back. Bootsy, I always wanted you on this song.
hey, you muted. Okay. So yeah, you said Boosie on a song. Okay, so we're gonna tag him in this interview. So we're gonna get Boosie on the song. I love that. Now besides doing music and you know running your own label, like with the label, what are you guys looking for artists and stuff like that? Are you open to any new artists, or you just focused on you and So Candy at this time?
Well, I have other artists. I have Huncho Truth. I want y'all to go check him out. You know, we haven't started his rollout yet. We haven't started Mozzie's rollout yet. We haven't started Dom Two Times rollout yet. But these are still artists under the radar, uh, super
Yeah.
talented, and you know, once the opportunity present itself, they gonna have their chance. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's all about just staying under that radar and getting ready.
Yeah.
because like a lot of people go out there before they're ready, and it's just like, dude, you ain't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You, especially if you got good people around you who are ready. You know, all you got to do is keep cooking up and get ready, because like you don't wanna come out there and they like, oh, it's me. You wanna come out there like, no, that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? You wanna be
Yeah.
a classic. So, but I think that yeah, it's gonna be just dope to see them grow as artists as well. I'm gonna be open to more artists as I grow and become big. I want to be somebody with hundreds of
Okay.
records under my label. You know what I'm
I love
saying?
it.
Like if you look at Gucci, man, you look at any of these celebrities who in that CEO position, that like Yo Gotti,
Yeah.
any of the artists that's in that CEO position, these artists are releasing music under the label, you know, and everybody breaking bread. So it's like just being able to do that, you know, everybody eat, you know, you giving somebody an opportunity to get heard and to get paid, and then you
Yeah.
getting paid yourself. So it's like I want to do that, you know,
Yeah.
and the more of those you have,
Yeah.
the more money you make. You know what I mean?
That, salute to Dom 2 times. My family, DJ Spud, is linked up with him out in Atlanta from
Mm.
Indianapolis. So he's been talking some great things about his music. Like with what do you like to do besides music? Like if you had a day off, which I know you don't get those, but if you had a day off, what do you like to do for fun, or what do you like to do for the community to help people?
I mean, I on a regular day, I just like to chill. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? If I could just chill, smoke some weed, and you know, you just vibe out, you know, drink,
Yeah.
take a few shots, watch some TV, go to sleep, you know, just do regular, you know, watch a movie, do whatever I want to do. Like those are the regular things I like to do. You know, chill, like shit, especially when my son in town, or cause like we stay in two different cities. Like what hanging out with him is always
Yeah.
fun. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out, bro.
Yeah.
I just like to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not somebody who need to have a thrill, or like who gotta go. I don't gotta go horseback riding,
Right. Right.
go kart. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't gotta go on no hikes and nothing, or go on no trips and nothing. I'm good because my life is already a trip. So
Like I say, you're already
like
traveling. Oh, yeah.
yeah, like so like I'm good with chilling at the crib, watching some Netflix, or like making a beat. You know, making a beat is fun. You know, like stuff like that. Calling the homies, talking about bullshit is fun. Like just laughing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So
You know,
now,
stuff like
besides
that.
Instagram, if people want to reach out to you, DJs want the music, artists want to, talk about collaborating, promoters want to book you, what's the best way to contact you? And what are you looking for people before they should reach out? What do they, what do they need to be bringing for you?
Come on with a little check. You know what I'm saying? A little small budget of a check or something at least. You
Mm-hmm.
know, only thing, if it ain't an interview, you shouldn't really be just, you know,
Yeah.
you shouldn't really be just asking me. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I think that just come on with us, come on with a budget, man, and let's work. Um, reach out to me. I'm willing to talk. I'm very approachable.
Yeah.
It's just that like, the business is the business, and like we at the point to where we can't just waste our time no more. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely trying to get that check.
Yeah.
Try to do this music the right way.
Well, definitely. I've been, like I said, I've been a fan of you a long time, so I was happy when TJ gave us this chance for the interview, man. I've been ready to do it for you for a long time. Last thing, any shout outs you want to give to people before we get out of here, and I'll let you move on. I know you got a couple more interviews tonight, so appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who tapped in on the interview on the live. Shout out to the Hype Magazine. Shout out to my team, Team Trap Beckham, Team So Candy. You know what I'm saying? TJ Chapman, Stevie Stacks, Moji Gang,
Yeah.
Duval County. Um, yeah, man. Everybody who been supporting, all the little booties that matter,
Yeah.
all the birthday chicks. You know what I'm saying? Cancer Gang, everybody.
And then last thing, anything else you want to let the people know about you before we get out of here, fam?
uh, I mean, shit, we coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just stay tuned, and follow my campaign, because we always got some we always got some great ideas. We got something in the tuck
Yeah.
at all times, and we always down to work. So yeah, just stay tuned.
Definitely, man. Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, as you put out new music, we'll be getting those out to the DJs for you. And man, I appreciate the opportunity tonight. You have a great night, fam.
Hey, appreciate it, G. That was a
Salute.
dope interview too.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.